We have another filter button, believe it or not. Now this icon is normally not here. It's normally not in everybody's screen because it is more of a tweaking. So this is where if I click on this button, it will open up a filter tweaking menu. So I can take an image now and I can utilize a wide variety of parameters in a different sequence as well and change an image. When I say that these buttons are programmed, it's after I have treated the image with a variety of these filters here, then I would save that as a type of filter. So if I wanted to have this image a little bit, let's say grainier, I could click on the unsharp mask once, twice, and you can see how now it is much grainier and sharper than the original image. Let's go back to that original image. We'll just flip it back and then we'll save it. So now that I've brought it back to the original and I've saved it, the yellow bar is gone. And now I see this is the original and versus, let's go back to the original. And now let's filter this one with unsharp mask. And boom, you can see how this becomes much clearer. This becomes a little more clear. But if I double click and go full screen, you'll see that it's a tad bit grainy a little bit, you know, once you've increased the size of that image. So, but that's where it depends on your diagnostic needs and what you like and if it helps you see something. You can adjust also gamma correction, which will treat it and make it a little brighter. It'll bring out some of the colors based on the image that was acquired. There is Gaussian Blur, which actually can be treated to smoothen or make it look a little bit less grainy. So you can have kind of a back and forth with the graininess. And this is where there is an advanced video here on these filters and how to use them. But the way that for this video, I'm just going to show you the very basic icon. And that really is how we program each individual filter here is with those parameters. And then we program that into our advanced all filters here, okay? There is also some, the last tool I'll share with you in respect, or there's actually two more that I'll share with you. One is the Magnify. So any of these images here, you can magnify this way. You can double click the image and go full screen. You can look at all those images full screen as well, okay? But if you wanted to treat the image and have a magnified image and have a filter, the magnification icon, which is the big magnifying glass, it will open up a window that allows you to move over the X-ray and look at different things, okay, once it's up there. But you have a choice of 4 filters here below, which you can invert it to a positive, and then as you move it over the screen, you can see the image in a positive format. You could also click it for histoequalize, which just kind of makes the dark darkest and the light lightest. So when you're looking at it there, you'll kind of see how it affects for diagnostic purposes. There's an emboss, which makes the most dense aspects of the X-rays protrude out 3-dimensionally. And then the last you have is the, this one here is the gamma correction. So this will just kind of even and uniform the contrast and brightness across the whole X-ray. So that's one of the last diagnostic tools. And then you have your windowing and filtering toolbar here. So this allows you to see the actual grayscale on the X-ray. And this allows you to see the levels of gray in an 8-bit format. Now screens will have 256 shades of gray. Sensors, you know, if it's a 16-bit, will have up to 65,000 shades of gray. And what happens is this viewer will allow me to get the best image of an 8-bit view, which is your 256 shades of gray that this screen can show me. I can kind of take this bar and bring in where I feel might be the majority of the information. and then get the best representation of the bit information that's there. The A in the top window here is like an automatic, so it will automatically choose where the majority of the information is on this X-ray exposure and kind of maximize the image. So if we look at different X-rays, you'll see that the exposures are a little different, and some of them there's not much of a difference, but sometimes when you have images that are underexposed, that's where you're going to see some different type of layouts, like this one here. You can see how there's a huge spike at the end, and if you go automatic here, it doesn't change much. But when you start to play with this, and we'll just put the other one next to it. So if I just had my brightness and contrast, I could kind of do this and, you know, maybe make it look like that's the best I could do. But when I go here and I'm looking at it here, you can see how the X-ray is really skewed. So if I brought over my viewer to where the information is, I could kind of really maximize that image and see what it would look like. And now you can see how much better that image is than this. So if I hit the automatic, it would kind of give me the best setting there. I could do it manually, or I could just hit the A and it would automatically give me. So this would, you know, limit me from having to retake and maybe take another X-ray and expose the patient again. And that's what this last diagnostic tool or filtering tool will allow you to do.